What's going on, YouTube? Up and Adam here, and today we have another Madden 22 video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the NFL Combine program and what to expect and how to make coins when that program does drop in Madden. So, before we jump into the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those notification bells on, especially if you are enjoying the content so far on the channel. Before we go into the past Combine programs that we had in Madden in years past, let's talk a little bit about why we prep for a program like this. Whenever we get a new program into the game, usually there's a lot of coins to be made if you're ready and you know what to expect. So we're gonna do our best in this video to know what to expect, and then once it does come out, we'll be ready to make millions of coins, okay? So let's go and check out the Combine program from Madden 20. All right, so back in Madden 20, the first part of the Combine program came out on February 28th. So we're a little bit close to that, right? So I think we could get it as early as this Friday or early next week, because that's when the Combine actually starts. If you look at this program right here, you can see the Deion Sanders was the Combine master, and here's what you needed. This is what the program consisted of back in Madden 20. So it's going to be a little bit different, obviously, because we've had another previous Madden in the meantime, and the way they do things are a little bit different than what they did back in Madden 20, okay? So here they are. We had a Combine Master, which you saw is that Deion Sanders, and then we had the Combine Conqueror, where you could do solos to power him up with challengers, which was really, really cool. It was DK Metcalf, and then you can see the standouts that we had. We had Amari Cooper, then we had Mike Gesicki, we had Kerryon Johnson. You can see all the overalls here. We had 89s, 87s, things like that. I can see us getting a bunch of these cards, like a 96. I can see us getting like 93s, 95s, and stuff like that. I can see getting more players. It was a 3-part program last year, so that's why there wasn't a lot of releases all at once. But we could be definitely getting maybe a 2-part program. They usually do like a 2-part or 3-part program this year in Madden 22. So here's what the sets look like. To build the 97 overall Deion Sanders, you needed to get the 96 overall Amari Cooper, Denzel Ward, and Amari Cooper. Those were part of all 3 releases, okay? To get the 96 Cooper, you needed a 4 89 to 93s, 7 85 to 87 Combine standouts to earn that 96, okay? You could put any of the 96s in there to get that Deion, right? And you got them all back as Nat. We're not going to be getting them back as Nat, probably an NCAT if anything, okay? And then they had different sets over here. We had random Combine standout. You put in a couple of elite players to get a random one between 85 and 93. They've kind of stopped doing that this year, especially the only time they've really done that with a few programs, but I do think we'll get something to get like an 87 overall Combine player or something like that. And it won't be like a range, I don't think. They haven't really done that for a little while, since like the team of the week cards. Then you could get like tokens. Okay, there's some tokens that you can get, and then the Conquer player set was right there. So you can see all the programs we had. Some solos. I expect when we get solos, we'll get a free Combine player. That's usually how it works. Okay, we usually been getting like either like a 95, 94, not the heroes or anything like that, but just the ones right before it. Not the champions, but like the one before it. That's what we've been getting. Okay, so I can expect that. You can see we got a Nat 89 to 93 Combine card. Don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be an NCAT most likely this year. Okay, and there was a bunch of solos that you could have done. The main thing that we want to talk a little bit about is the store. All right, there was a reroll. There was an 85 plus overall Combine player reroll. That was 1,720 training when that was out. So if we get low pieces of these cards, like if we get like 85s, 87s, I can see it being cheap and really, really profitable, especially if we get Combine LTDs. Okay, if we get any Combine LTDs, I think that's gonna be a really good reroll to do. So make sure you have some training stocked up. There's a lot of cheap training. We'll talk about it in the end of the video here, or towards the end of this video, but we're gonna be stocking up on some training in the next few days. So there was a reroll for that. You could get anywhere between an 85 and a 96. I can see that being something that's very similar this year. And then they had some packs and all of that, okay? So that was the first part. The second part was very similar, just adding some new players here. We had John Ross LTD, so they had LTDs back in Madden 20, all right? So you can see the Combine star was an 96 Denzel Ward, and then all the players to go along with it. Same thing with the sets, all right? Very, very similar. And then part 3 was we had another LTD with the Vita Vea, and then we had Alvin Kamara was another Combine star. So I can definitely see some of these cards maybe getting upgrades. Someone who hasn't really got an upgrade, you can definitely predict who's had some good Combine years. Go back and get some of their players. I'm not really much of an investor in previous cards, especially this late in Madden, but there definitely is profit to be made if that's something that you enjoy doing. So last year we did not have the Combine. We had something called the All Rookie program. I don't think we're going to be getting this year. I think this replaced the Combine last year, I believe. So I don't think we're going to be getting this, but this program was very similar. We had some solos for that, and the store, we had a bunch of store offers. We had another reroll here. Again, I don't think it's going to be like this year, but there is that chance that it is similar, right? You can see the different sets you had for these ones. Again, we're not going to go into too much detail, but it could be very similar to this. Okay, you can see all of it right here, all rookies and what you needed. That is some options, and then we have like the 898s, which I can definitely see the overalls being pretty close, right? So there they all are. If you want to check them out, you can always go onto Mudhead and find the old all-pro program, or sorry, all-rookie program. But let's jump into how we make coins from this now. All right, so this is probably the best part of this video. Is going to be how can we be prepared and make the coins, right? So we know what to expect, right? We know what's going to happen, or at least we kind of have an idea. But the main thing is now we're going to be grabbing some training. There we go, and more exciting. So I bought like these 97s, right? I bought these 97s for 200,000 coins. I have a bunch of stuff in my binder that I can still sell, but I've been buying a lot of these 95s right here for about 90,000 coins and under right now. That's really cheap training. That's under 4 coins per training. I definitely recommend you buying some of this before the prices do go up, in case we do get a reroll later on in the week. If we get the Combine on Friday or early next week, I do think the training values will go up, and then you're gonna be like, I wish I had all this training. So I would grab some. Do not sell it. I'm holding these in my binder. I am holding them. Worst case scenario, I can always quick sell it for the training value here. If I see them that they go up in price, or we're not gonna get a program or anything like that, we could always just sell it back, take a little bit of a loss. But as soon as you quick sell this, it's going to turn to training, and it's really tough to convert that to coins after. There's not really any rerolls or anything in the store that you can convert these to have like good training value and get your coins back. So don't sell anything if you do buy your training. If you are going to invest in a little bit of training, do not quick sell it. Hang on to it. And then once we see what we get in the coming weeks, or in the coming week, sorry, I should say, you could definitely either quick sell it to do the rerolls if they're good, or you can sell them back if the training has gone up, okay? So I'm grabbing a bunch of training. I'm just hanging on to a bunch of stuff in my binder right now. Not really selling. I feel like the prices are way too cheap to sell right now, so I'm just pretty much holding all my training. And then once we do get a reroll and training goes back up, especially if we get LTDs, then I think I can either sell it or I can reroll and make some coins that way as well. But I definitely do think training will go up if we get a training reroll for the new Combine program that is probably coming out either this week or probably sometime next week. All right, so make sure you're prepared. Make sure you grab a lot of training, and then keep stuff in your binder, right? Hold on to all your like lower elites, higher elites, because if we need those for different sets as well, you can definitely add them in and be ready to go and get any of the new Combine players that we do get this year. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit of a shorter video, but it was something just to get your mind thinking about the Combine and how we can make coins once it does come out. I'll catch you with another video very soon.